Secondly, why have you signed a 10-year contract with Nike, cashing in less than the contract on a cashing in less than Napoli, strateg from their technical sponsor? And when it comes to the events, the gap here in turnover is substantial.
Wi-Fi. Free.
Million euros greater than Pedro Mahalote in Britain.
In terms of the shirt sponsorship, we have an awful lot of interest. Coming in Champions League again the second year helps an awful lot. I think we made a mistake, frankly, when we first went out to get a sponsor for the shirt. And it wasn't the amount of money that we're asking for. It has to do that I think the original thought from the outside agency was to tie it to a stadium deal where someone would have a shirt for 3 years or 4 years and then roll that into a stadium deal and naming rights. And that's the way it was going out at first, and we disagreed with that really only in the last 6 months or so, and have had to make some changes on that. You know, frankly, I think most people probably never believed that we would get to where we are with the stadium today, and that we'll be hopefully breaking ground by the end of this year with it. So trying to tie one into the other was a mistake. Let's just answer that first.
Per quanto riguarda lo sponsor, abbiamo sono diverse parti interessate e ha fatto sicuramente bene raggiungere di nuovo la Champions League. È stato fatto un errore per quanto riguarda la maglia, perché all'inizio si pensava di in qualche modo abbinarla all'accordo per lo stadio e il nome, e questa era l'idea iniziale, poi si è rivelata non azzeccata e stiamo cambiando le cose. E lo stadio appunto, tuttavia penso che nessuno avrebbe pensato che saremmo stati già a questo punto con lo stadio oggi, che probabilmente comincerà la fase di costruzione quest'anno. Comunque l'idea di abbinare appunto la maglia allo stadio forse è stata un errore.
The second one on Nike is a spectacular question, you know, we know over a longer period of time that the Nike deal could be substantial and substantially higher than others. In the short run, we're not happy with the amount of production that Nike is putting out there. There are plenty of times where I get emails and phone calls from people that they can't get the equipment that they want from around the world. So at the end of the day, Nike has to get their ass in gear and start producing more, because we've got substantial demand around the world, substantial demand on equipment. So right now it's in Nike's court to produce more, and we're having discussions with them to produce more, substantially more. Then we think the demand last year was, based on our analysis, at least 150% more minimum on what was sold in shirts. So I'm sure Nike's not going to be happy to hear this, but they got to get it going if we're going to have a long-term good relationship with them. And right now they're producing spectacular kits, but now we have to sell them, and we've got to get better distribution out there. And then in terms of the Juventus piece, yeah, I think we can absolutely close that gap. I think we have in the next, let's say, 6 to 9 months, maybe the next year, we have a number of initiatives of other things in terms of merchandising that we think are going to be substantial. We have a number of items in terms of content that I think we're going to get paid for around the world in terms of media production. I think that at the end of the day, we've got to get the stadium. And when we get that stadium, there's no question in my mind that our revenue number, our turnover is going to be higher than any team in Italy. There's just no doubt with what we have in terms of the curation and the number of events that we'll have in that stadium, that the turnover has to be substantially higher.
Grazie.
La domanda sulla Nike è spettacolare. Abbiamo siglato un accordo che ci garantirà notevoli introiti nel corso del tempo. Non siamo contentissimi della produzione della Nike a breve termine. Riceviamo mail e telefonate di persone nel mondo che non riescono ad ottenere i kit e il materiale, quindi fondamentalmente la Nike deve darsi una mossa, perché abbiamo una grossa domanda a livello mondiale, quindi ora sta alla Nike aumentare la produzione e aumentare appunto gli introiti anche dalla vendita per esempio delle magliette. Forse la Nike non sarà contenta di sentire quello che sto dicendo adesso, ma di nuovo deve darsi una mossa, perché producono comunque dei kit, dei completi bellissimi e ora bisogna venderli. Per quanto riguarda la Juve, credo che si potrà colmare questo divario, ci vanno ancora magari 6-9 mesi, magari nel prossimo anno, nel corso dei prossimi 6 mesi, il prossimo anno prenderemo delle iniziative a livello di merchandising estremamente rilevanti, anche a livello di iniziative di contenuti mediatici e così via, che porteranno grosse entrate. Però fondamentalmente torniamo sempre al discorso stadio. Quando lo stadio sarà completato avremo un fatturato superiore a quello di qualunque altro club in Italia, quindi indubbiamente la costruzione dello stadio con tutti gli eventi che ospiterà il complesso aumenterà notevolmente il fatturato.